In today's show, I'm going to be going over my 9 favorite tips and strategies around Amazon PPC that I learned in 2019 that I'll be applying to 2020, or I would recommend you apply them in 2020 because we already have in our agency, in both in our business and our agency. So make sure that you implement these 9 tips. And I have complete guides, SOPs down below in the description below. So make sure you click those if you have questions about any of this before. But before we get started, make sure that if you need help running your Amazon PPC, that you head to growto1million.com, schedule an appointment with me, and we can see if we can help you out. So head to Grow to 1 Million, check that out. So let's jump into the 9 tips that you need to be implementing that I learned in 2019 that you should be implementing right away. So tip number 1 is how to scale a search term report. And I know probably a lot of people don't even know what a search term report is. And so that's kind of key factor number 1 is to download your search term report, learn how to analyze and read the data, and then make sure you use the search terms that are causing most of the sales for your product and scale those search terms up as much as you can. Now, Pareto's principle states that 20% of your efforts lead to 80% of your results. This is probably my second best tip. Stay tuned for number 9, which is probably my best tip. But my second best tip is scaling your search term results, because only 20% of your keywords or search terms are actually producing 80% of your sales. And so really finding out what those search terms are and then enhancing those or scaling those is so key to your Amazon success. So follow the Pareto's principle, find your search terms that are causing most of your results, and then scaling those search terms. Again, full SOP on how to scale a search term and how to download a search term is down in the description below. Just click that and it will take you over to my blog. You'll see a complete video and tutorial for that. So number 2 thing that I learned this year, and that's really going to help me moving forward and should help you moving forward, is how to calculate your bid adjustment by placement. And so there's a placement tab in your campaigns that will help you adjust your bid according to top of search, product pages, or rest of search. And the majority of the time, probably 95% of my campaigns, top of search always is almost double the conversion rate, and it's almost 10 times the sales as product pages and the rest of search. And so learning how to calculate what your bid placement should be for top of search can lead to a 10 times increase in sales, and it will decrease your ACOS, decrease your expenses. It will be huge for your Amazon PPC accounts, or PPC campaigns. And so make sure you check out my article and video that I did on bid adjustment as well to figure out what you need for your bid adjustment, because if you increase your top of search, I guarantee that alone will help reduce your ACOS and almost double your sales. So check that out. It's again down in the description below. Number 3, product display ads can be very, very costly, but if used right, they can be effective. So if you use all of Amazon's defaults with product display ads, I think they default at like $1 per click and then like $50 per campaign daily. Don't do that. You'll waste a ton of money. What I recommend doing is starting very low and then working your way up, and make sure you individualize it. So I like to make one campaign for a parent ASIN, and then each ad group is going to have the child ASIN in there. That way you can adjust each child ASIN for this. And a product display as is just simply retargeting. So somebody shows up on your Amazon page, they go over to read an article on ESPN, then you'll show up over there if they didn't buy your product. And so that's what a product display ad is. It's just simply retargeting. If you're spending a lot on that, you're not going to get a lot of sales from it, but you're going to spend a lot of money. And so what I recommend doing is starting out with a quarter, 25 cents, and then just $5 daily. You don't need to spend that much on it. And then you can scale it up from there until you hit that target ACOS that you're going for, or until it becomes unprofitable for you. And so then you can dial it back down. But I recommend each campaign, make a campaign for, like your parent. And then if you have 4 children in that, or 4 child ASINs in that parent, then you want to create an ad group for each one so you can individualize the bidding for each child ASIN. So that's number 3. Number 4 is tracking. You need to be tracking your Amazon PPC. If you're not tracking your results, then you don't really know what you're doing. And so I recommend a weekly tracking worksheet. I actually made it myself. It is a very manual process, but I feel like when you use softwares and automated systems, you don't really feel the data. And so when you're manually tracking this and you're plugging in the numbers yourself, you really get a feel for what's really happening and what products you really need to surge forward on, what products you might need to dial back on, and what products you may just need to stay put on. Because There will be a point in almost every product's life cycle that you either need to decide whether to take this product up to the next level, to keep it where it's at, or to actually start decreasing your spend. We have 3 products in our lineup right now that we actually don't spend anything on Amazon PPC because we can never get them going. It's just, it wasn't a great market to go into. But we still have them because we still sell about 5 to 10 to 20 a day, depending on the day. And it's not great, but it's not bad. It's just wasting money on Amazon PPC just wasn't the way to go with those products. And so we have our hero products, and then we have these other ones that just kind of don't do much. So we dialed back the advertising on those to spend more on those hero products. So you have to start with tracking. I do have a Google Sheet down in the description. Make sure you get that Google Sheet, copy it over to your Google Drive, and then use it to track. I also made a blog post to kind of teach you how to use that Google Sheet. Number 5, this is something I haven't really talked about too much, but using a semi-automated software to help you analyze the details of your Amazon PPC. Believe me when I say that automated software without a human touch is not going to scale you even close. I've tried 5 different softwares, and they're all just okay. They're great if you want to keep your ACOS low and if you just want to keep sales consistent. But if you want to scale your Amazon PPC and make more sales, you have to physically, manually go into the accounts, analyze the data, strategize. Strategy is the most important thing that you can have when it comes to Amazon PPC. You have to strategize around keywords. You have to strategize around search terms. And so you have to strategize around all that in order to scale your sales. And that's what I love about a semi-automated software. I happen to use Samurai Seller. I put a link, affiliate link down in the description. So if you click that and you ended up subscribing, you may buy me a cup of coffee every month or so. But Samurai Seller is really great because I know Aaron personally. He's the CEO. It's a little clunky right now because it is a newer software. But what I like about this is it's more of a data accumulator, but it has the tech to be able to push the changes that you want to make right there in the software. And so that's very, very helpful because I hate gathering data and then having to go somewhere else to implement it. So I can gather the data, look at it right there, and implement it right there on the spot. And so this includes like finding my search terms that I need to scale. This includes adjusting my bids to make them more profitable. And then of course, negative matching. And so I like doing all that inside of Samurai Seller. So make sure you go check that out. It's very inexpensive because it's in beta still. And so check it out. And again, I have an affiliate link down in the description. So number 6, I guess before I get started with number 6, make sure that if you have not subscribed to my channel, hit that thumbs up button down below, and then hit the little subscribe button, and then hit the bell to be notified whenever we come out with new Amazon PPC videos. My goal is 1 per week for the next year, and just because I love doing this. So number 6, auto campaigns. Let's talk auto campaigns. Auto campaigns are worthless. They are worthless, kind of. So there's a spot for auto campaigns, but it's not at the beginning of your product sales. And what I see all the time sellers doing is they start an auto campaign right at the beginning of their product launch. The problem with that is there's not a lot of data on your product. You don't have the negative search terms unless you've done good keyword research. You don't have negative keywords unless you've done good keyword research. And auto campaigns are just going to kind of go after whatever Amazon feels. And they're going to go more after product pages rather than search terms, or rather than in search. And so the problem with that is you spend a lot of money getting a lot of impressions without a lot of sales, and your ACOS can skyrocket and you could spend a lot of money as a result. Auto campaigns, the place for them is at the end of your Amazon PPC. So what I mean by the end is there's a lot of steps before. You need to master search campaigns being manual campaigns. You need to scale those. You need to learn how to use those before you turn on auto campaigns. There is a spot for auto campaigns, but you need to dominate your search first. Again, full SOP down in the description below. I have pretty much a blog post or an SOP and a video for every step I'm going over today almost. And so make sure you check that out down in the description. So number 7, product targeting ads can also waste a ton of money, but they can also be very effective as well. And what I see Amazon sellers doing wrong all the time with product targeting ads is they'll go after everything. So they'll pick a category, and you do not want to pick a category when it comes to product targeting ads because, again, Amazon's just going to throw you everywhere. What I recommend doing is downloading your search term report, finding ASINs that you're making sales on, and targeting those ASINs first. And then what you need to do is target very specific ASINs for whatever keywords you're going after. So if you're going after the keyword sunglasses, you want to find out the top 3 sunglasses that are organically ranked, top 3 for sponsored products, top 3 for sponsored brand ads. And you want to target those because those are getting probably 80% of the traffic. So get on those pages as much as you can. And then what happens is you'll kind of be lifted by being on those pages more and more and more. So full details on all my to-dos and don'ts with product targeting ads down in the description. Number 8 is you need to, so this is my frustration with, I've worked with a lot of agencies in the past for Amazon PPC. And what I've realized is that agencies' goals are to get as many clients per person as possible, while at the same time keeping your ACOS low, which they consider keeping you happy. And I don't agree with that philosophy, so to say. And I didn't like that when I did work with some agencies in the past. So what I recommend doing is one of 2 things: either talking to us and seeing if, I know I just said don't hire an agency, if our agency is right for you. I don't consider ours to be an agency because we actually don't work with everybody. We, when we talk to you on the phone or on a Zoom call, just like what I'm doing here, it's not just you interviewing us, it's also us interviewing you to see if we want to work with you. We only work with about 10 to 20 clients at a time. We don't try to work with a ton of people just because that's not really what we want our spot in the market to be. And so we like to really help build brands on Amazon and off Amazon and really help scale people up. And that's what we love doing. We like working with brands. And so hire either us, talk to us about it, or hire someone internally and teach them using my free Amazon PPC masterclass. Because what we teach you, and the reason I came out with this free masterclass is because I needed an SOP for bringing somebody internally. And so when I bring somebody in internally, I train them through our masterclass. And I wanted to release it to the world just because I felt like it was the right thing to do. And hopefully you guys like it too. So let me know if you like that down in the comments below. But the free Amazon PPC masterclass is how we train our employees. And so if you brought somebody internally, you can train them with that masterclass. And they will become a master of Amazon PPC just by following this channel. So make sure you subscribe and make them subscribe. And then reading our blog posts and just following the SOPs on our blog. And so again, if you're interested in talking to me about it, could be the best 30 to 45 minutes you spend on your business this year. Make sure you head to growto1million.com. That's grow to the number 1 million.com. Schedule a call with me. Like I said, it could be the best 30 to 45 minutes that you spend on your business this year. Even if you're just you're wanting to get an opinion on where to go with your business. It might not be using us, but it could be that I could point you in the right direction, or it could be that I coach you. And so there's a lot of options. And if I'm not a right fit for you, I'm going to point you in the right direction. So with that being said, let's jump into number 9. And this is going to sound, I don't know why. This is my favorite. Helium 10 is by far the best Amazon FBA tool that's out there, and especially for keyword research. Now, a lot of people will disagree with me. There's a lot of great tools out there, but I always felt like Helium 10 was kind of confusing until I jumped into it, until I dove in to really learn how to use Helium 10. And then I was like, wow, this is incredible. And keyword research is the most important part of your Amazon PPC journey and selling on Amazon FBA. If you don't know keyword research, then you need to start over and read my blog article, watch my video on keyword research over and over and over again until you feel comfortable. This is the number 1 thing that will drive success in your Amazon FBA business. If you're not doing Amazon keyword research correctly and you're not doing it well, then you're pretty much doomed to waste a ton of money. This is my favorite. I put it at number 9 here, so you'd have to wait all the way to the end. But number 9 is my favorite. Is you need to learn keyword research, and Helium 10 is by far the best tool for that. And again, I have an affiliate link down below. You'll buy me a cup of coffee if you buy through that affiliate link. I also have a coupon, and it's sales funnel, all capital letters, sales funnel 50. That will either get you 10% off for life on Helium 10, or 50% off your first month, whichever one you choose. And so go check out Helium 10. But before you decide to purchase it, make sure you watch my Amazon keyword research video, see how I use it, and then go purchase it, or for the month or whatever, and then really dive into it and really do your keywords over again. So again, I'm Dr. Travis Ziegler. Thanks for watching my 9 best tips for moving into the new year for Amazon PPC. These are the tips that I really learned this year in 2019 that you should learn now and then take into 2020. Again, make sure you sign up for my free Amazon PPC Masterclass. Links down in the description below. And then if you want to discuss how my agency can help you out, then go to Grow to 1 Million. That's grow1million.com. We'll schedule a call. We'll discuss if our agency is right for you. We'll also discuss if you need some coaching in regards to your Amazon PPC. We'll also discuss that if we're not the right fit for you, I'm going to point you in the right direction for whatever your needs are. So it could be the best 30 minutes you spend either this year or next year on your business. Grow to 1million.com. Again, thank you for watching, and thanks for subscribing to my channel. And I really appreciate all of you. And I'm loving what I'm doing with this channel. So let me know down in the comments if you have any questions.